Thanks, Sarah.
There you go. Welcome today, everyone, to our Scholarship Information Session. Our hosts today are Corinne Caruso and Paul McDonald. It's all yours.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm really glad to spend some time today just sharing a little bit about our upcoming scholarship application deadline. And I'm Corinne Caruso, past president of United Appliance Servicers, and currently the scholarship committee lead. And then Paul McDonald, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Sure. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Paul McDonald, and I've been around for a while in the appliance industry, appliance repair industry. I had my own company up here in Canada with 38 technicians on the road. And I, too, was a past president of United Servicers many years ago, and recently won the Lifetime Achievement Award back in 2017. And it was at that event that it inspired me to do something to give back to the industry. And I created a couple of scholarships that United Servicers now enjoys. Mine, of course, is called the Paul McDonald ASTI Scholarship. And the reason for that was over the years, I barely missed an ASTI in 40 years. It's been such a pivotal event in my life in helping me learn best practices in the appliance repair industry, and also making lots of really good connections with people. And so that inspired me to give back. And I, over the years that I had been attending ASTI, met lots of people that were coming for the first time, and I was so inspired because they were like me many years ago. And that excited me, and I wanted to make sure that we had an avenue for folks that are just starting out, haven't been in ASTI before, that they could come, and I didn't want a financial barrier to be the reason they weren't coming. So that was why I did that. So here we are today, and we're going to talk more about it, right, Corinne?
Yes, and might add that the Paul McDonald Scholarship, we usually award, last year we awarded 2. Paul wasn't able to make the ASTI, so 2 were awarded. One was his registration, and the other was the registration that the United Appliance Servicers Board goes ahead and puts out there in Paul's name. And those proceeds are received from our 50-50 normally at the ASTI every year. The United Appliance Servicers Association offers these scholarships to help appliance repair business owners with the expenses to attend the annual Service Training Institute, the ASTI. And that is coming up on January the 6th of 2025. And currently what we offer is a scholarship to attend the actual ASTI for the registration. We also offer a scholarship for travel, and we also offer hotel cost help, for someone attending the ASTI. We don't require that you be a first-time for the Paul McDonald Scholarship. Paul does require that it be a first-time ASTI attendee. Last year, the board with United Appliance Servicers agreed that anyone could apply for the ASTI Scholarship for UASA, and that all applications would be considered.
Can I just jump in there for a second?
Yes.
Corinne?
Yes.
I want to tell you that the reason mine is a first-time attendee is because I truly believe that after you go the first time and what you learn, it will be impossible for you not to go back again. And if you took in that information properly and put it into practice when you got home after the ASTI, you'll be able to afford to pay for ASTIs for the rest of your career, because the ASTI teaches you how to make more money in business. It really does teach you how to set your service rates based on your cost so that it delivers profit. And when you build in the cost of an ASTI for your own professional development into your cost of doing business, you can set your rates to pay for it. And so what I wanted to make sure that we were doing was capturing those people that are struggling out there in their first 2, 3, 5, 6, 10 years of business, still trying to figure out how to make money in this business. Because you can make a lot of money in the appliance repair business. Both Corinne and I have been successful in doing that. And it's not that hard, but you got to do it right, and you got to learn how to do it right. And that's what the ASTI, the Appliance Service Service, actually stands for the Annual Service Training Institute. I
Yes.
thought it was the Appliance Service Training Institute. In fact, it was when we started it many years ago, but I think now you've switched it to the Annual Service Training Institute. Anyway, that's the reason I wanted first-time only attendees to apply for my scholarship, was so that I could encourage people that are just starting out, that couldn't afford to go. Here's an opportunity for you to come. And it's wonderful that the association, which is a nonprofit trade association run by servicers for servicers, it's wonderful that they have taken the step to add additional sponsorships so that you can, even if you're struggling with travel costs or hotel costs, there's an opportunity for you to take advantage of some of those scholarships, right?
Yes, yes. You know, I'm much like Paul. I have to say, my first ASTI, I was just blown away. I remember Paul being there. I think it was in Florida, and here we are going back to Florida. Paul, I don't remember what year it was. I think it might have been in St. Pete, but or Tampa.
My first one was actually in San Diego.
Okay.
Many years ago. I had been in business for 8 years, and the owner of Reliable Parts at the time was Doug Loughran, and he reached out to me one day and he said, you know, Paul, I think you should go down and check out what these folks are doing down in the United States, because they've got a pretty good program, and I think you could really benefit from it.
Right.
So he encouraged me to go, and for me at the time, it was big bucks because the exchange rate and whatnot, and traveling down to San Diego. But I never looked back after that and went to, gosh, I must have been to 25 ASTIs there on afterwards. A long time.
Yeah. Well, we have a couple of, we've invited a couple of previous winners, ASTI winners, to ASTI scholarship winners to kind of speak today about their experience at the ASTI. And I'm wondering, I see that Luke Miller is on. Miller, Luke, can you unmute yourself? I also see Jay Wilson. Sarah, is there something specific they need to do?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay. And anyone else who's a previous scholarship winner, please raise your hand and Sarah will unmute you. Luke, I see you're unmuted. Can you share with the attendees what your experience was last year? Oop. Luke, are you with us? What about Jay Wilson? Are you with us? I see both of you on.
Unmute. How about now?
Oh,
There you
perfect.
go. There's
Who do
Luke.
we have Luke.
Great.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello. Yeah. Thank you for bringing me last year. It was such a great experience. You know, as you mentioned, I learned so much about running a business. Still struggling because I've been, I guess, year 3, about to start year 4. But yeah, just I learned an immense amount. I took almost every business course that I could schedule, and yeah, just, you know, had my eyes opened in so many ways to that.
Luke, do you have any new friends from ASTI that you still are in touch with? Did you make any relationships at ASTI?
I did. That was another part of it. I'm not very good at networking and keeping relationships, but definitely the networking that happened while I was there. I mean, I still remember those conversations, and there are a couple of folks that I'm still in contact with. But I met some folks in my area, and you know, got to spend time and talk with them. And I'm sure they're probably as busy as me and not really able to hang out or talk while we're here working and not at ASTI. But yeah, the networking was also as I guess as important to me as the classes and stuff I learned.
Yeah, that's what I find every year when I go. If I don't make it into a class, I'm usually in the hallway talking to someone and getting ideas.
Yeah.
It's I think the networking is just as important at ASTI, and I'm sure Paul would agree. The networking is just as important as going to these classes. There's it makes you feel like you're like everyone else. You know, when you're operating your own business in your own little piece of the world, you don't realize that there are hundreds, thousands of other business owners owning the same type of business that you have, struggling with the same problems that you're struggling with. I know I've heard lately a lot of people in the industry are struggling getting the phone to ring. It's kind of an unprecedented slow time. I don't know, Paul, if you've heard that lately from the industry.
I have, and I think what it is we're returning to the norm that was pre-COVID, the pandemic, and so we're now getting back to business as usual, and that requires us to get prepared for these slow times and plan our marketing all year long.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that's taught at ASTI is how to do a marketing program that will make sure your phone keeps ringing year round. But I want to go back, if I could, just for a minute, because you touched on something very important, Corinne. We are part of a tribe or a community, if you will. You know, Corinne, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of servicers out there, and we're not alone. And there's so many people you can lean into and lean on. A very fantastic feature of United Servicers, United Appliance Servicers, is Chat USA, where you can type in a question. It could be a business question, it could be a technical question, and hundreds of people will give you back answers and help you out on the road right from your phone. Luke, you could probably type into Chat USA right now and ask a question, and somebody would answer it within 20, 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, everybody's looking to communicate during the day, you know,
yeah,
and
we want to see you succeed, everybody.
Right. We also offer, United Appliance Servicers also offers peer groups for $100 a year. You know, $100 initially, you join a peer group and you meet on a monthly basis, you know, on a Zoom, but then you meet 3 times a year in addition to attending the ASTI, where you have your 4th meeting. But that way you really kind of dial down into, you know, what your fellow business owners are struggling with, and
That's a key point.
Yes, what they're doing. What are they doing to? And I know Paul's been involved with the peer groups. I've been involved with the peer groups, and that's another real great benefit of being a member of United Appliance Servicers.
You know what it is, Corinne? Luke mentioned he's been so busy he doesn't get time to do some of this stuff, but it's important to learn to take time out of your business to work on your business.
Yes.
You can't let your business consume you. You've got to plan your week, and you got to say, I'm going to take an hour to go sit out at a coffee shop and work on my business instead of in my business. And that's what these peer groups do to you as well. They force you to get back to the group with the information that they're all requesting so that you can share with the others in the group. And you, by sharing your numbers, your statistics, your data with this very intimate small group of other servicers. And quite often they're not in the, well, most often I think, Corinne, they're not in the same market, so they're not your competitors. They could be on the other side of the country, East Coast, West Coast, and so on. So you're not in competing markets, and you have a lot more freedom and willingness to share some pretty personal, intimate business information about your business, as far as numbers and percentages and marketing tips and tricks and that sort of thing. And hopefully that's what, Luke, you learned last year by attending the ASTI, was some things you can do to help improve the efficiency of your business and the profitability of your business.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I see Jay is on. Jay, do you have a minute to kind of share your experience with us? Thank you so much, Luke. And if there's anything else you have to offer, let us know.
Okay, no, thank you. I just want to say thank you.
Will you be at this year's event, Luke? Next year's event?
I don't think I'm going to be able to make it this year. Just I'm in California, and I don't know, but there's still time, maybe so, but I just
maybe.
Yeah, we're really getting in a lot of registrations right now. The hotel's not full yet, but give it some thought, because we'd love to see you again this year. And they won't be all new this year, so you'll have familiar faces.
I'll know what to be doing. Yeah.
Right.
Know what to do. That's right.
So Jay, are you with us?
I am. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm doing excellent.
Well, share with us what your experience was last year.
My experience was mind-blowing. I mean, a lot of the things that have already been touched on were the same exact things that I would say. One, I didn't know that the community was as large as it was. I had no clue what to expect. So I was really inspired just by seeing others, lots of people that were where I want to be. Um, And I was also really amazed at how friendly everyone was. So for me, it definitely was a eye-opening experience. And there's nothing like, and I've said this before, but there's nothing like being in the room. Because I, like Luke, I've kind of taken some business stuff and watched videos on YouTube. You can get information that way, but there's something about standing in the hall with someone or having dinner with someone and you're talking about your situation and they're telling you, oh, I was there. Oh, yeah, do this. I did this. Da, 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 da. That is absolutely, that's been a game changer for me personally. And then I went ahead and signed up for a peer group, and that has been fantastic. Just
That's
going
great.
around, meeting and talking about my business and listening to other people talk about their business. And you hear someone will say something and it'll spark a thought that you would have
Right.
never had otherwise. I could go on and on. It's just been a outstanding experience, and it's been life-changing, really.
Yeah. I've
Jay,
always felt like, how could I not go? Because then I'm missing out on a whole year of what everybody's talking about and what everybody's thinking and what things people are trying and the new vendors that are showing up.
Jay,
Yes.
would you characterize it as being overwhelming? So there's so much information, it's a little bit overwhelming.
It was like drinking out of a fire hose, but I did have a guide. So it was great that I had someone that I could go to when I was feeling overwhelmed or I was like, I don't know, there's all these classes. Which one would you recommend that I check out? But it was a ton of information.
There's
And
so
I'm,
much
yeah,
information.
so much. I'm super excited. I hope that I can get back this year. My wife and I are expecting twins, and she's due on
Oh,
January 15th.
oh
So
goodness.
she wants me to go, and I don't want to miss the delivery. So we're just, if they come early, then I'll be there for sure.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where we are with these
Well, Jay,
twins.
if they're not born by the time of the ASTI, I want you to stay home and enjoy that because it's a once in a lifetime experience, that one. The ASTI you can always go to. And that's what I was getting at with it being overwhelming. You want to take one or two things and write them down that are really important and prioritize some of the information you learn and work on those couple of things for the next year. And then go back and refresh yourself, get new ideas, find out what's changed in marketing because artificial intelligence is changing our industry every day. And so it's important to go back every year and learn new things.
Right.
But you know, childbirth is one of those things that only happens once in a while. Boy, you don't want to miss that, Jay. It's a wonderful, moving experience that will be with you the rest of your life.
Yeah, it will. And I believe probably this ASTI, there will be a lot about AI. I think there'll be a tremendous amount of discussions about AI. And it's really important for us in this industry to keep up with the latest in technology. That's, even though it's painful to try new things, you have to put your foot, you have to stick your foot in the water and just move through it. There's just not doing things that come up and with technology, not moving ahead with that forces you behind everyone else, because
What I like to say, Corinne, is if you ignore the technology today, you're going to get left behind because it's not stopping because you're not paying attention. It's moving forward like a train down the track. And if you just ignore it, you're going to get left behind because artificial intelligence will not only improve your efficiency, but it'll improve the customer service experience for your customers. It's amazing what it can do already. It can answer the phone. It can take payments over the phone. It can do so much. It can book service calls. It can help you diagnose and triage calls before you go out. There's so much it can do. And, you know, don't forget that a lot of the parts distributors have artificial intelligence on their websites that you can take advantage of as well at no cost to you. The Marcone Triage app, I can't remember what it's called, and they've got a new one that's just coming out. It's called Service Yoda. I'm actually signed up for a demo on it later this week to check out what it can do for us in appliance repair. And it's all artificial intelligence. So you really want to keep your finger, if you will, on the pulse of what's happening in the
That's
industry.
right.
The ASTI
the-
is the best way to do that.
Right.
Boy, so how many manufacturers are there, Corinne? About 20?
I don't know. Sarah, Sarah, if you could tell us what we
How many
have so far.
manufacturers there?
We'll have about 80 vendors. I believe there's about 20 to 24 manufacturers, and we are offering a new service or a new program this year called Tech Connect, where during the trade show, there will be hands-on for many of the OEMs for people to come and kind of like a tech playground where techs can come and touch and feel and see all the appliances that the OEMs have brought.
That's good. So it'll be on the floor of the trade show, or?
It'll be, yep, right in the middle of the trade show floor, so that if you're in a class that has too many people, you don't have a chance to go touch and feel the appliance or talk to the trainer, you'll have that opportunity during the trade show. And we will not have any technical classes offered during the trade show, just business.
Right. That's
You know, if
good.
you're
Glad
looking-
to hear that. So I wanted to talk about dates. So this Friday, November the 8th, is the deadline for sending in a scholarship application. And the applications are for business owners, not just technicians. Talking about whoever's your running your admin in your office. As long as it's an owner, the application is going to be considered. So please, get your application in by November 8th. I can tell you that the committee will meet on Monday, November 11th. I think we have a noon meeting to review the applicants. And then sometime shortly after that, we'll start to reach out and let everyone know whether they've been successful in their application process. Does anyone at all have any questions about the application process or about the upcoming ASTI in January? Do we have any questions? Let's see. Sarah, are there any questions? Let me see. I'm checking.
There's one in the
Yeah.
Q&A. I'm opening it right now.
Okay.
How do we find out who won from Kendra?
We contact everyone who applies and let them know. First, we contact the scholarship winners and make sure that they're going to be able to attend and get their commitment. And then shortly thereafter, we contact every applicant and let them know that we appreciated their application, but that others have been selected. I know in the past we've offered a $50 off coupon. I don't mean to step ahead of you, Sarah, but is that a possibility this year?
Yes, most definitely, we will.
Okay, so anybody who applies is going to at least at this point get a $50 credit toward an ASTI application, whether or not you are successful in getting one of the scholarships. So I would say by the end of that next week, if you are a scholarship winner, you will have heard from one of us, possibly more than one. And then probably by the following week, we will contact everyone else. Last year, Sarah, refresh my memory. I think we gave out somewhere between 4 and 6 scholarships last year.
Yep, I just saw Stewart's chat. Yes, we had the 2 Paul McDonald scholarship winners. We had one that UASA, the ASTI full ride. And then we also had 5 that were partial scholarships for travel and or hotel room.
Yeah. Yeah. And the scholarship fund right now, we have the monies that have been collected at the 50/50s. And so we have the money in the scholarship fund to help, as many as we can this year. So we will do our best to review all of the applicants, give as much information as you can on your application, and please let us know why you feel like you would like to go.
Can I add, Corinne, if you
Yes.
feel that there's someone that is deserving of this, but they won't fill it out, or they don't think they'll win, you can nominate someone as well. And we have had winners who have been nominated by either employees or spouses, co-owners, something like that. So there are opportunities too to recognize people that you feel are deserving of this, but just might not fill it out themselves.
Right. And I believe, we have at least one, maybe two applicants already this year who have been nominated by someone else.
Yep.
So, if you know anybody who can use this scholarship, and if they had this scholarship, would attend an ASTI, please nominate them or talk them into making the application. But again, please get it in by 5 o'clock this Friday, November the 8th, because after that, we won't be able to consider any new applications. We'd like to have everybody notified early next week so that people can start making plans for the January ASTI.
And
Sarah, what are the odds of winning? How many applications do we have? Is it 1 in 100? Is it 1 in 10?
Oh, no, usually we've opened this up. Last year we offered more scholarships.
Yep.
So the chance at winning some sort of financial aid is very good. I would say, at the most, probably 1 in 20. No, 5 in 20. So 1 in 5.
Yeah, probably.
1 in 6.
Right.
Unless we get, 150 or 200 applications in the next 4 days, which would be amazing. But
first of all,
yeah,
go out and vote tomorrow, and after you've voted, then put in your application.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes.
Vote first, yes.
But
there are good odds, Paul.
That's
Yeah.
good.
And
That's great. It's worth
just
trying.
because you applied previously, and if you applied and didn't win, please submit another application. We don't carry them over from year to year, but we would love to reevaluate your application this year if you didn't win in the past.
That's a good point. I appreciate that. Yes, because we always are disappointed when we make a decision on how many we're going to give. And then there's, other people that we would have liked to have helped out.
No, we started out, Corinne, at the beginning talking about how the phones aren't ringing right now. And if you're somebody that's thinking you might want to get in to do some warranty work with some of the different manufacturers, boy, this is a great place just to go and meet those manufacturers, talk to them about service in their area, your area. And, putting a face to a name does a lot for getting on manufacturers' service list. So if your phone's not ringing, here's maybe an opportunity for you to get out and do some more warranty work. I don't like to promote warranty work, but it's a good filler. It's a good filler when you're slow. It's great for the 1-800 technical support, the phone lines, and they do offer some training through their portals, virtual training now, more so than the hands-on, but it's better than nothing. So folks, get your applications in, and if not, get to ASTI this year. It's so important to go.
Right. And I might add, Paul, with the what you said about warranty companies, that's how we grew our company. We've been in business now 42 years, and initially that's what we had was warranty contracts, and that's how we grew our customer base, our COD customer base, because there's so many things you can do with a warranty customer. Once you have that customer, you can offer additional service in the home. They have six other appliances in their home that possibly aren't under warranty.
Of course, Corinne, there's two kinds of warranty, right? There's the manufacturer's warranty, and then there's the third-party warranty administrators, like New Leaf or Allstate,
Assurance, Assurance,
American Home Shield. Those folks are at the ASTI as well, so you get to meet not only the manufacturers but the third-party warranty administrators, and you get to meet Service Power and Service Bench, the folks that process those warranty claims, and Just Press One, who has artificial intelligence to submit all your warranty claims. I tell you, there's just so much to learn at ASTI.
Yes, there is.
Anybody could afford not to go.
I agree.
Paul, I know you've preached this before many times, and I saw somebody comment on social media this weekend. If you are trying to get to ASTI and can't afford it, add $10 to your next 100 service calls, or add $5 to your next 200 service calls, and you've got $1,000 that can get you to. Oh, Paul's got a better idea.
Not only is that a good idea, Sarah, but let me say this: if customers don't complain about that extra $10, then leave it on for the rest of the year and make a whole lot more money so you can afford to go again next year. If people are complaining that your price is too high, it's probably too low. Everybody raise those prices. I talked to a gentleman yesterday. He's struggling. He lost money last year. I said, what's your service call rate? He said $80. I said, well, let's go through and figure out what it cost you. And it was costing him $82 to run a service call, and he was only charging $80. So
Yeah.
folks, you've got to know your numbers. You've got to figure out how to run your business. There's a science behind it, and ASTI will teach you that science. It really will. There's a
And
formula
look,
for everything.
talking about warranty, if you haven't done warranty and you're looking to add more calls to your routes every day, Manny Ortega and myself have been doing a class on warranty and extended warranty and how to do that work and what to be looking out for on contracts. So there's so much information at ASTI. Join us this year. We'd love to see you. Apply for the scholarships, and we're going to give out as many scholarships as we can this year. So apply, and at least you'll get $50 off the ASTI registration if for some reason you don't get a scholarship or to put towards your hotel or something like that. But if you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to reach out to Sarah or to me or to Paul. If you look in the chat, you see the site in order to apply for a scholarship. It's www.unitedservicers.com/ASTI-scholarship /. So please.
That's also on the ASTI website, Corrine. So if you go to ASTI.us, it's on there under registration.
Right. But we're looking for a lot more applications to come in this week. So please, after you get off this call, go ahead and make your application and then get on with the rest of your day.
And
it only takes a minute.
Yes. The ASTI registration fee pays for some food too, right, Sarah? And it's really good food.
It pays for all your food except a couple dinners. Yes. Every breakfast and lunch.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Listen, thanks everybody for joining us, and thanks for inviting me, Corinne and Sarah. And everybody have a great day and get out and vote tomorrow.
Yes, everybody.
Oh, you're in Canada.
I know, but I want you to
voting?
vote. I want everybody to get out and vote. This is a critical vote. So get out.
Yeah, we definitely all need to
get
do
your
it.
votes out.
But again, get your voting on tomorrow and get your applications in today. You've got till Friday at 5.
Yes.
Thank you all for joining us.
Have a great day.
And
Thanks, Luke, thanks, Paul.
Luke and Jen, thanks for joining us.
Have a great day, everyone.
You too. Bye.